Do you know what you stand for? Like, really, when you get up in the morning and you put your pants on, do you understand why you're standing there? Are you a part of some sort of lineage? Are you honoring your heritage? What moves you through the world? Now, these are all questions I think are very important for a man and woman to ask themselves as we, evolve our energy and carry our intentions out in this world. And I've noticed a lot of these the past few years. A lot of flags flying at half-mast. I think it's important in this time to make some content about living with integrity and choosing a moral path and making that the focus, making that the work, because it's important as an American and a Vermonter, in my case. Yeah. Another one of these. Another one of these, huh? Why the flags at half-mast? What the master's up to? Here we are. Flags at half-mast. What's up with that, huh? The master work. Whose flag is that? What's it represent? Are we living with integrity? Is there moral accountability to the law, to each other, to the light of God? Are we living in harmony with the light of God? That's my big question. That's what I'm about. That's what this channel's about. That's why I put my pants on in the morning. Because I love and live to work with God's light. It's a beautiful thing to know your power and to work in the subtle energy world. And it's the master's work. And master's work in there. And they annotate the law. And, that assimilates into the minds and hearts of men and women and dictates how we spend our time. Healthy boundaries, things like that. So why embrace the master's path? Why do it? Peace, God's light, control, profit. These are things for you to consider. Like, what is the master's path, and why embark on it? Why try to live a life of integrity? Sometimes we got to take a knee. We got to pause. We got to attune. We got to harmonize. We got to integrate. Sometimes we got to take a minute. Allow greater forces to be present within us before we move through the world. We learn that. We learn that when we embrace the master craft. We learn that when we embrace the master path. We learn that through meditation. Meditation is your greatest ally. It's going to see you through this world. And you'll be doing it whether you're aware of it or not. You're going to work through your mind. You're going to cultivate a mental scape, and it will dominate your life. That is the truth, whether you accept it or not. Why are these flags at half-mast? What have the masters around Montpelier been working on? Why embrace the master path? Why embark on self-discovery? It's what leads you to peace. It's the point of working with these flagpoles. It's the point of being a steward of the law. It's to help facilitate the natural state of a human being, which is a very peaceful feeling. That is our natural state. Very relaxed and peaceful thing is what you will return to if you embark on the practices of self-discovery, of understanding what your true nature is. So, why are these flags at half-mast? I don't know. Sometimes we got to take a knee. Sometimes we got to chill. We got to attune. We got to allow greater forces within us. Attune with a higher conscious field and allow it to permeate through our being. Why are these flags at half-mast? What do they represent? Are the masters in this town negotiating with integrity? Why embark on a master path? Why choose self-discovery? To experience peace, to know peace better. And so I'm just gonna sit here and lull out and vibe out for a few minutes because I love the law. I love working with God's light, and it's beautiful to feel so full and so just, you know, love. Just to embrace the truth of what you are. So, divine being, a light, a human being, a, a body that emanates a peaceful state, which is in harmony with its environment. So that was a nice little meditation. Got a nice little lull on. I don't know, maybe it's 15 minutes, 30 minutes. Mostly what just happened there for me, it's like my heart glows right then and there. It's like a beautiful, very luminous fiber reaching up into the ether. And a lot of the karma I've been processing recently is getting purified. I'm getting some wisdom, some things I already knew, made some poor decisions in regards to sex and love. And so feeling some of that energy move, feeling a better harmony. Another place I go a lot of times in meditation is the center of the earth. It's a beautiful crystal in the center of the earth. There's a lot of guardian spirits there that would like to assist humanity in the evolution of consciousness. A lot of beautiful energy there, a lot of caretakers, a lot of subtle energy workers are kind of aware and seem to work with Gaia, Mother Earth, whatever. I've had some beautiful meditations where I feel very connected with other beings who are, obviously here to assist in some way in the evolution of consciousness or just the bringing of love and peace, and just holding those vibrations. So the meditation, the more you do it, the more radical it becomes. Until you really get beyond pratyahara, control of the senses, withdrawal from the senses, it can be very tedious and kind of just seem like you're sitting around having thoughts. But as you incorporate more of God's light into your being, the energy starts to move more, and you really start to see and feel your vibrational body, which just makes for some beautiful revelations of the self and helps you really to understand how powerful and delicate and beautiful you are. And it's an important part of my practice here on earth, and trying to share it. So meditate, don't hate, meditate.
I choose to represent meditation in the master's path. Meditation can be a very vivid and livid trance with practice, as you learn to quiet the mind and work through the chitta-vritti, the fluctuations of the mind, and learn more about the truth of your being, and you're able to exist more in harmony with the superconscious field that you attune with. The trance just becomes so beautiful, like God's such a wonderful force. So why embrace the master's path? Why do the work of self-discovery? What does it serve? It brings you a sense of peace. Through the practices, you reintegrate with yourself the truth of what you are, which is a very beautiful sense of peace. And That's why embark on the master path, because it'll lead you to peace. My name's W.L. Woodard, and I'm here to remind you, don't hate, meditate.